Today we're going to make Dilly Deli Rye bread. This is a favorite of ours when I make pastrami on rye or ham with Swiss on rye or anything on rye. I have here a half a cup of water, 1.5 tablespoons of oil, and a half a cup of dill pickle juice. And then I have 1 egg that I've whipped a little bit. Now these you want to have warm. When I use just water, I usually just get it out of the tap. But this I heated up just a little in the microwave because the dill pickle juice was so cold. You do not want it hot, nothing beyond warm. Then I have 1 cup of pumpernickel rye, which I get from my local store, 2 cups of bread flour. This is 2 tablespoons of sugar. I will be adding 1 teaspoon of salt. This is supposed to be 1.5 teaspoons dill. I dry my own so it's very pungent, but I add 2 teaspoons because I love everything dill. If anybody comes up with a dill perfume, please let me know. I will be using 2 teaspoons of bread machine yeast. Now I get my machines at Goodwill or Salvation Army. We have money to spend full price, but there's just certain things I don't care. If you get one, it's usually about $5. When I get a machine at Goodwill or Salvation Army, I try it out right away because you can return them within a couple of days. And I just happen to use the Kitchen Pro. That's the one I've had. I even have 3 extra in the back room. But each machine is different. If it doesn't have the manual, go online and get it and you'll find out how this one wants it loaded. I always make sure that my liquids are at least a little warm. The egg I let sit out on the counter for a little while. I'm going to put that in. I'm trying to stay out of your way. I'm in the way so much. Now I'm going to put this in. I warmed it up a little, just a little in the microwave because it's touchy. You don't want it too hot. If it's just water, I just run warm tap water, but the dill pickle juice was a little bit much there. Now I'm going to add my flour. With mine, the flour goes in next. You know, when I first got a bread machine, I made this bread called raisin cinnamon bread, and of course around my mom always put a thin glaze of frosting on the top, and Martin started taking it to work, and he enjoyed it, and he'd have a slice when he got back home. Well, after about a month he said, "Would you stop making that? I've gained over 10 pounds. So we don't have that one anymore. I'm going to add the salt. Now the salt you want to put in the corners because you do not want to get hitting the yeast too soon. It'll kill that yeast. So I'll put a little in each corner. There we go. Next I'll add my sugar. Then my lovely ingredient dill. This is, it's so easy to dehydrate this. I'll show you that in another video. Next, my yeast is going in. So I make a little well in the middle and put my yeast in there. So now it's all ready to load in the machine. So for this, I'm going to load it, and I'm doing a large loaf with a basic light. And each machine is different. Just read your directions. If you don't have the directions, if you bought it at Goodwill, then go online. You can find the directions. And I hit start. Then I always check to make sure it's actually working and the paddle is down correctly. All is good. I'll let you know when it's done. So here we go. Dilly Deli Rye. It smells great. You know what it smells like. Dill and other things. Let's see how she turns out. It's hot. You can see the steam. It's very hard to cut bread when it's hot. So I'm going to stop here. Here you go. Personally, I like the heel. So let's put some butter on this. And if Martin had been here, he would have smelled the bread cooking and I would have heard him coming down the stairs to get a fresh piece. But he's not here, so you go ahead and help yourself. And you know, I don't enjoy kneading bread. Some people find it therapeutic and love it. I don't. That's why I got a bread machine. So anybody out there that's like me, go ahead and get a bread machine. You're not cheating. So that's it today from Vonnie's Kitchen. And I'm all done because Vonnie's Kitchen is